Let's go! Guys, today we got an extremely important video because I am once again going to tell you why I believe that we are not yet seeing the top in Bitcoin, because right now there's a lot of people screaming that we are actually at the very top of this bull cycle and that from now on we are going to go down, we are going to get into a bear market. Well, if you are thinking about selling Bitcoin right now, I would urge you to stick around. Watch this entire video, it is very important. And we're talking about Ethereum, we're talking about Cardano, and Cardano has actually had a massive breakthrough in the structure right now on Cardano, so I'm going to talk about that. But welcome back everybody, my name is Cristiano, bringing you cryptocurrency videos every day. If you are new to this channel, I do advise you to subscribe and activate the bell icon, because right now I am going to be talking about something extremely important. So let's look at the situation yesterday. And by the way, before we talk about this, let us talk about this supposedly inverse head and shoulders, which I discussed in yesterday's video. Remember how I said in yesterday's video that this was not an inverse head and shoulders. The psychology was not there. And if you were playing this as an inverse head and shoulder, you would have been completely wrecked. You would have been obliterated. I mean, look at this. If you thought that this was going to, based on the inverse head and shoulders, which is actually a good pattern. I mean, the inverse head and shoulders is a fairly reliable pattern, but this was never an inverse head and shoulders. If you want to know why, watch my video from yesterday. But here's the thing. If you played this as an inverse head and shoulders, you would have most likely been liquidated right here. But what I also will say is that any people, and look, I'm not trying to call people out, and I am not the best trader in the world either, but I'm sticking to basic TA basically. And basic TA, 101 tells us that this is not an inverse head and shoulders. So in other words, if someone has been telling you that this is an inverse head and shoulders, they are misleading you. Now, whether they are doing it intentionally or not, I don't know, but this was never an inverse head and shoulders. And so, yeah. And so basically, I think that most people have good intentions, but yeah, I would just question where you're getting your TA from. Just some cause for caution right here. Now, let's move on. You can clearly see that the inverse head and shoulders, the supposedly inverse head and shoulders, which never was an inverse head and shoulders, obviously it did not get up to this supposed target. And the inverse head and shoulders normally is a fairly reliable pattern. Anyway, let's talk about my orange lines here. So instead, if you were just watching my orange lines, you're riding it all the way up here, you're taking profit at this orange line, fine. And then you are, if you want to, shorting this and taking profit as we go down to this level. Finding support here, you may even buy again, going up, and now finding support here on the 4 hourly. Even on the 1 hourly, you can see that we went right up to my orange line, big fat rejection, now resting on my orange line at 59,347. Of course, the rejection came at $61,000. Now, what's the situation with Bitcoin? So what I will say is that normally if you get an opportunity to buy at the orange box here at 57,700, that is usually a good place to buy Bitcoin at. And again, I do not think that this bull run is over, so I am going to stick through that. Now, can this dump straight through this? Of course it can, but with a high probability, you're going to see a bounce before we go down here. So you could just play off this orange box, just like you were able to do in many occasions here, going down, bounce, going down, bounce, down, bounce, bounce, and so on. And then eventually, going right back down. So that's very nice. Zooming out the overall structure of the market, and let's go to the 4 hour. Overall structure of the market still looking very bullish in my eyes. And look, I've been telling people, or trying to tell people, that I believe that we have more upside left in Bitcoin in this bull run. Since basically $20,000, people have been missing out on so much profit. Now, there is a time in which you should take profit, and I'm going to do more content like that coming on my channel as well. So if you want to know when to take profit and how to play the market moving forward as we approach the top of this bull market, make sure to subscribe, make sure to activate the bell, because more content like that is going to come, probably even tomorrow maybe. But anyway, you can see that the overall structure of the market is just these, that was not right, but just these waves, right? And we're trending upwards. Now, one word of caution here is that we have made an equal or actually lower high. So we didn't manage to break our previous all-time high. Still, I think that, and at the same time, we're making a lower or higher low also. So that's a good sign. So all in all, I am still bullish on Bitcoin, and I will tell you why here in a bit, why I don't think that this is the top of the market. But before we talk about that, if you want to get $200 for free on Bybit, you can use my link right here. If you want to get $200 on Femex, you can use my link right here. And also, if you want to go full-time crypto and work as a translator for this YouTube channel, make sure to apply with this form right here. Okay, let's quickly talk about Bitcoin and where we actually, you can see that we are resting on the candles here on the 4-hourly on my orange line. But also if I activate the EMA ribbons, you can see that we went with this wick right down into this cluster and got this support. So that's nice. And this is rising right now. This is going to continue to rise if Bitcoin stays in this vicinity. And so this is going to rise and provide support should we drop down again. Okay, let's continue. Let's talk about Ethereum. So Ethereum, this red line right here, we did go down, found support, bounced off of this red line. And Ethereum is still looking pretty good actually. We made a higher high here, clearly a higher high. So we have this structure high, a higher high on this wick, and then a third higher high as well. So depending on what Bitcoin is going to do, if Bitcoin takes another leap up, I think that us getting here to 2,500, which is the next target for Ethereum, is very likely. Let's talk about Cardano before we talk about Bitcoin on a more macro scale. So Cardano actually is right now not getting into this stable coin vicinity again. No, what it is doing actually is finding support multiple times on my orange line. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 times. So whatever was pushing the Cardano price into this vicinity is now holding it above this orange line. So that's good. We're seeing consolidation above this line. And if this continues, I think that, I mean, at this point, it's pretty much speculation because it's very clear that something is influencing Cardano very heavily. But if that entity, for whatever reason, decides to stop doing that, I think that Cardano is due for a big pump up to $1.46 here. That's what I'm expecting. But again, this is completely out of our hands. But if whoever is suppressing Cardano right now is watching this video, yeah, I think that it's time now. It's time for Cardano to have another big pump here to $1.45. Let's do it. So let's talk about Bitcoin and let's talk about cycle tops, because I do not believe that we are at the cycle top right now. And there is one actually very simple reason why I do not believe it. Oh, there was actually one very important thing that we almost forgot about. So this wedge here on Bitcoin on the daily is still intact. So yeah, this is during April most likely going to break to the up or to the downside. You already know about this. And if you want to know about the targets, well, you got them on my orange and blue, like right here. So don't worry, I am obviously going to keep you updated once we draw closer to a resolution here. But just know that this is still intact. We are still inside of this. And I think that this is something you definitely need to pay attention to. This is going to be important. A lot of people are sleeping on this. I think this is going to be important moving forward during the next couple of weeks. So now let's talk about Bitcoin being at the cycle top or not. So if you were around in 2017 or any other bull market and transition into a bear market, they are violent. I mean, in 2017, that was stressful. It was quick, it was violent, and people lost their money. People got wrecked. And then people got euphoric again, saying, yeah, that was just a small dump, just like the previous times during the bull market. And now we are going to go up again to whatever. Bitcoin was at $17,000. It crashed down to like 10. And then people were like, yeah, now we're going up again. We're going up to 30. Then boom, down to 3,000. So, I mean, it's quick. It's violent. Look at this. This is what I'm talking about. We are on the daily here in 2017. And look at this. From $20,000 down to $10,000. This was only 6 days. 6 days, guys. Completely insane. And then again, people got euphoric. They said this was just a small little correction. We're going up again. And we did go up to $17,000. Okay, so then people are euphoric again, saying that we are going to continue go up. But then boom, another big dump to $9,000, 46% in 10 days. Completely insane. And not only that, if you take the very top here from $20,000 down to the $5,800 level, that's 17%. It took place during only, well, less than 2 months, which is absurd because we've been watching Bitcoin right now kind of go up and sideways a bit for 2 months, right? So what I'm trying to tell you is that usually you do not get the ability to get out at the top for this long as we have been right now. And I got data to show you this. So check this out. So during the past 27 days, we are down 6%, okay? The total drop within this time frame is 18%, okay? So 27 days, we are 6% down from the all-time high, and we're 18% at the very bottom during this time frame, okay? So in 2011, what happened? During the 27 days, we were down 56%, okay? And a total drop during this time frame was 67%. The last or the top after that, 27 days, we went down 60% and down 81% at the very bottom. The top after that, 27 days, down 40%, total drop 64%. Now we're getting to 2017. During those 27 days, we went down by 28%, and during that time frame by 45%. And so we have 2019, which was also a cycle top. We went down by 30% during 27 days, and also a total drop of 35%. So you can see that these figures we are at right now, they are not even comparable to the violent drops you saw during the last cycle peaks. The market usually does not give you the opportunity to get out this long. No, when you enter a bear market, it is violent. We go down a lot and we go down fast. And look, this was Bitcoin. You don't even want to take a look at what the altcoins did during this period. Check this out. This is Ethereum. So from the cycle top in 2018, $1,400, the Ethereum went down during 1 month, okay? So what is that, 30 days? It went down by 62%. This was brutal. And if you continue during a little bit more than 2 months here, it went down by 75%. In 2 months. Completely insane. And guys, this is also why I'm telling you, I am going to be making more videos on how to get out and take profit also and not ride this all the way to the bottom. So I hope that this provided you value. I hope that I made my intention clear, or my perspective clear, that I do not believe that we are at the cycle top. And who knows, maybe I'm wrong. Maybe I'm going to get wrecked. But this is what the data is telling me, so I'm sticking through that. Alright, thank you so much for watching. I will see you in the next video.